Horizen. So Horizen was and still kind of is a privacy-based coin. They kind of revamped, rebranded, reorganized in terms of the privacy tag. That was off the back of sort of the way things were going in Europe. The EU obviously hammering privacy coins because God forbid anyone have privacy. And Horizen, I think, is a really strong project. I still think this can do okay, this bull cycle. I want to talk about what they're up to right now and, potentially where it can go in this current bull cycle. Before I get into it, though, if you're new here, this spreadsheet shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. You'll actually see Horizen there. In the videos I did about these coins, I showed myself buying them up. The reason is I obviously thought they were going to make me really good money. You can see what they were worth when I recorded the videos. You can also see the highs all these coins hit around 16 months on, as well as what your profits would have been if you'd have thrown $100 into each of them. And if you'd done that for all of them, your total profit in that 16 months would have been 123 grand plus, which is not bad. Now, obviously, you don't have 16 months to get your portfolio sorted. We're in a bull cycle right now. If you're sitting on cryptos you're not happy with, that are not performing for you, you've probably got the wrong coins in your portfolio and you've got some dead wood you've got to clear out. If you don't know where to get started, have a look at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. When I'm ready to buy or sell a crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell, the price I'm going to do it at. So my members can copy along exactly, so they make the same profit as me, except they don't have any work to do at all. And if you go onto the site, you can see what my members have earned, along with, you can read their testimonials and you can see the successes we've had. It's all public record as well, so you can verify it on this channel's history. And if you're interested and you want to find out the coins I'm in, all you got to do is join up on the site, guys. Now, Horizen. So Horizen's been on a little bit of a roll as of late, not a huge one. And obviously last 7 days or so it's trickled down as we've had a sort of market pullback. But it launched in 2017, launched in the summer of 2017, so it had about 6 months of the bull cycle. Did go up to pretty good highs, hit around $70. Then in the last bull cycle, it actually rallied all the way up to over $168. And then obviously has pulled, we had a bear cycle, pulled back, and has, rallied pretty well again. Got all the way up to around, what was that? About $35 so far this bull cycle, and currently sitting at 28. Now, Horizen was launched in 2017. It was launched by Rob Viglione and Rolf Versluis. I'm never sure how to say Versluis. Dr. Robert Viglione has actually been on the channel. Interviewed him back in 2020. And their goal, Rob has been an advisor to some of the biggest projects in crypto, including Aave, and was a scientist in the space industry. Rolf was a nuclear trained officer in the US submarine force. Jane Lippincott was a member of the founding team and co-author of the original white paper, now a partner at the crypto arm of Andreessen Horowitz. Now, Horizen 2.0 network leverages a full Ethereum virtual machine compatibility, native integration with ZK Verify. It's a modular solution for proof verification and can reduce like 90% costs. It's the first to build a specialized EVM optimized for zero-knowledge app development, bringing unprecedented efficiency and cost effectiveness to ZK apps. So developers of ZK dApps often encounter difficulties in writing and auditing verifier contracts, which are essential for verifying ZK proofs. The need for a more streamlined and secure solution has led to the development of Horizen 2.0, which offers built-in pre-compiled contracts to handle proof verification. So what's kind of happened with Horizen is they, as I said, when the EU started attacking crypto, and I'm sure they don't present it in that, well, they don't present it in that way. They present it from the fear-mongering way of, well, if it's anonymous or if it's private, then it can be used for money laundering and to fund terrorism. And whatever all the BS that they want to say. But basically, you can't have privacy in the EU. But when this happened, a lot of coins were getting delisted. You saw Monero getting your Moneros, your Zcashes, Pirate Chain, like all the privacy coins were starting to get delisted from exchanges, particularly in Europe. There was also a real legal pressure on exchanges like Binance to delist in the Europe territories. Now, Binance have kind of bit back on that, or at least have been fighting back on that front in some way. And obviously, Binance have the financial backing to do so in a way more so than any other company or exchange is going to have, because they've got the most money. So what Horizen did, I suppose, is go more towards the zero knowledge in terms of dApps, rather than, so they shifted and removed a tag element that they had to them, because the tag was effectively privacy, right? So you'll see now this doesn't say privacy anywhere, because it's not about a privacy coin, it's about zero knowledge proofs and zero knowledge for the purposes of dApps, for the purposes of development. And actually there's a use case here, and there's a massive use case here. So they talk about this from the building a trusted digital future by providing access to zero knowledge technologies. This can enable unprecedented privacy and security for multiple sectors, whether it's AI and machine learning, decentralized finance, gaming, supply chain management, healthcare, digital identity, etc., etc. And this is something I've spoken about ad nauseum with regards to companies. If you are a company and you're entering into crypto, or you want to enter into the blockchain space, something that is always going to be an issue, particularly say you're Nike, or say you're Nike. I always use Nike, but you sell a particular pair of sneakers or trainers if you're in the UK, and they're really popular, and every single transaction that occurs on the blockchain is on a DLT. So that means Adidas, or if you're American, Adidas, can see all the transactions, and they can go, this transaction, and they can log and notice the transactions. They can start seeing that Nike are selling this particular pair of sneakers at an amazing cost, and they're making huge profit from this. This is where the mass appeal is. Therefore, we're going to create a competing product and try and take some of the market share. That's a very basic example, but that's something that logically, from a business perspective, why the hell would you want anything on a DLT? And in the future, if we are going to see businesses, big businesses that want to enter into blockchain space, want to start taking payments in some way, shape, or form on the blockchain, right? And it would probably be in Tether or USDC. I can't imagine they'd take a fluctuating asset unless it's Bitcoin. But you don't want it on a DLT. You want something that has a privacy element to it. So even if it's zero knowledge smart contracts, right? So Horizen are building something that actually has a use case for businesses down the line. I don't think they're ready yet, but it does have important use cases with stuff like supply chain. When you're tracking without exposing the data of where things are. It also protects your competitive advantages, which is literally what I've just kind of been explaining. It enhances supply chain transparency, reduces verification costs. With gaming, there's huge use cases. With decentralized finance, of course there's huge use cases, especially when you're talking about institutional grade DeFi. AI machine learning, of course there's going to be use cases. So this shift has been a good and clever shift. And don't forget, Horizen, when they launched, had the biggest node network for ages. I don't think that's the case anymore, because I think we've been inundated with we've got more crypto projects than ever, and really, they're probably not at the top of the tree for nodes now. But what they've decided to build and where they've now gone with this is a very, very, very good idea, because long-term use case is there. And actually, anyone that has a wider long-term view of you want to be enterprise ready, and we talk about that so many times, so many crypto projects go, we're enterprise ready. Are you? Because if you're an enterprise, trust me, you would not want all your shit open to a DLT. You wouldn't want it open. So you need to have zero knowledge applied to everything that you're doing. You need to have the ZK proof so the privacy is there. Horizen are at the forefront now. They've realized where to go with this. I think this is a very, very good move. Very, very good move. Now, in terms of price, it's stagnated for quite a while in this bull cycle, but it has been on a bit of a tear basically since Trump won. But I do think this gets back to at least $100. I really do. I think there is absolutely a world that this can get to a new all-time high. I think it can run to a couple $100. I think that, however, is either going to depend on one of two things. Either we just have it has a really strong bull cycle, right? Just rallies really, really well, which is going to depend on the strength of Bitcoin's move, the strength of this bull cycle overall, the length of time. The other way is they land big deals and big clients, and they're able to share those big clients. And that obviously will come with like whatever contractual agreements they have. Say they signed a contract with Amazon. If they've got an NDA, they can't share that Amazon use their services. But it is obviously in Horizen's interest that any big company that is using their proofs for supply chain tracking, is in their benefit that they can share that information, because if they can, they're able to show use cases for, we're working with, I don't know, DHL, they're working with Amazon, they're working with whoever, and that can start that domino effect of more companies wanting to invest or work with them, rather, not invest. But that also starts the trigger effect for investors going, I want to invest in Horizen because they're working with these guys. And who else can they get? And that's a speculative bubble that occurs. I absolutely think Zen can get to $100. I think there is absolutely a world it can get to 200. But again, I think just naming a couple of big clients, if and when they land them, assuming they haven't already and there's not an NDA attached, could blast this very, very high. Very strong project. I highly recommend people look back at the interview I had with Rob Viglione. It was a good interview, and he showed the clarity he has about his own project. And obviously that was a few years ago now. They have shifted in terms of their focus, but I still think this is one where the team have a very clear idea of how best to move this forward, and they swerved when the EU started their BS really well, and since then they seem to go from strength to strength. So not one I would sleep on. I think this is a really strong project, really worth looking into, guys. So have a look at it, and let me know what you guys think. What do you think is the best use case for Zen right now? What do you think would kick this on to 100 or $200? Share in the comments. And guys, we're in a bull cycle right now. If you are not happy with the cryptos that you own right now, you've probably got rubbish you got to clear out your portfolio. If you're not sure where to start, have a look at copymycrypto.com. On there, you will see what my members have earned. You can see the successes we've had. You can read their testimonials. That is the site where I share with all my members the coins that I own. When I'm ready to buy or sell a coin, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell, the price I'm going to do it at. My members can copy along exactly, so they make the same profit as me, except they don't have any work to do at all. And when you go onto the site, you can see what my members have earned. You can see us, like I say, you can see our successes. If you're really interested in the coins that I own, all you've got to do to find out is join up on the site. So have a look through it all, verify it all, and if you like what you see, guys, I will see you there. And that is it from me, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.